Hello Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, and welcome to your reading. So Scorpio, today we're going to go over your energy as well as your person's energies. With all that being said, Scorpio, let's get started. How does Scorpio currently view this relationship? All right, Scorpio, so we do have the Five of Cups, we do have the Death card, and then we also have the King of Cups, okay? The bottom of the deck, we do have the Devil. All right, so in regards to how you're currently viewing this relationship, it looks like you walked away from something that was extremely toxic and unhealthy for you, but it looks like you also walked away from somebody that kept hurting you and disappointing you in some way, shape, and or form. So it does appear to me that you decided to walk away from this person and let this person go, but it was in the name of, I need to do what's best for me. And a lot of you started to kind of feel like this relationship and our marriage just simply wasn't what was best for you. Maybe once upon a time, this relationship, it brought a lot of happiness and joy into your life, but maybe over time things started to get really bad between the two of you. Maybe over time things started to just drastically change, but I am definitely getting that you found the strength and the courage within yourself to walk away nonetheless. Okay, how does this person currently view this relationship? All right, so we do have the Three of Swords, we do have the Two of Wands, and then we also have the Three of Pentacles. Okay, I feel like this person is trying their hardest to accept the fact that you're done with them, and that you don't want to do this anymore. They're trying, okay? I will give them that. They're really trying their hardest to stay away from you and just respect how you feel. But it is hard. It is hard for this person to stay away from you. It is hard for this person to, respect the fact that you're done with them and that you don't want to do this anymore. And the reason why it's so hard is because they still have that fight within them to keep fighting, right, for you and, what they once upon a time had with you is concerned. But I am definitely getting that currently at the moment, they are trying their hardest to stay away from you, even though staying away from you does kind of seem like a very challenging and difficult thing for this person to do. I am definitely getting that this person is still, grieving the loss of you and what they once upon a time had with you. So they're still hurting. They are definitely hurting over this ending for sure. But let's jump back over to you, okay? How does Scorpio currently feel? Okay, so we do have the Sun, we do have the Devil, and then we also have the Ten of Swords. Okay. In regards to how you're currently feeling, even though you didn't necessarily want to walk away from this person, what you once upon a time had with them, the situation between the two of you, it got so bad to the point where you felt like you had no choice, all right? So I am definitely getting that you're happy in the sense that you don't have to deal with all the pain and suffering that came with being with this person, all the stress that came with being with this person, the anxiety that came with being with this person. So I feel like that's the only reason why you're happy, is because you don't have to worry about this person hurting you anymore, disappointing you anymore. I don't feel like you're happy that the relationship came to an end. I think that you're just happy that you don't have to deal with X, Y, and Z anymore, okay? It's primarily what I'm getting. I feel like you find yourself in a much better place mentally, spiritually, and emotionally, and possibly even financially for some, now that this person is no longer in your life. Okay, how does this person currently feel? Okay, so we do have the Knight of Swords. We also have, okay, look, just hear me out, okay? Hear me out. With the Five of Pentacles coming out here, this whole them staying away from you is not going to really last too long, is kind of what I'm gathering. Like, even though we do see this person definitely trying to stay away from you and respect the fact that you're done with them and that you don't want to do this anymore, like, it's one of those things where it's like they just can't help it, damn it, but to want you. They just can't help but to want to fix this and repair this and continue, right, to be a part of your life, as well as, have you to continue to be a part of theirs, is kind of what I'm gathering. So this whole holding back energy coming from them, they're not going to be able to do this for much longer, is what I'm getting, Scorpio. So that's kind of telling me that it's only a matter of time before you receive communication here from this person. It is stemming from a place of them still, you know, having a lot of emotions for you. It is stemming from a place of them not wanting things to officially come to an end. It's stemming from a place of them wanting to do whatever it takes at this point to salvage their marriage and a relationship with you. So they might be holding back now. They may not be contacting you now. They may not be bothering you now or anything like that, but there's going to come a point in time where they're not going to be able to hold back for much longer. Okay? Just saying, just saying, okay? What actions will Scorpio take towards this person? Or moving forward? Okay, we're going to look at this person's energy first because I feel like it's going to explain the energy that you're currently harnessing, so that way the reading in itself flows and it all makes sense. What actions will this person take towards Scorpio or moving forward? Okay. All right, so we have the Eight of Cups, we got the Nine of Cups, and then we also have the Wheel of Fortune. We are going to be clarifying the Nine of Cups in a second, but this is the epitome of somebody pursuing what's going to essentially make them happy at the end of the day. So let's see exactly what it is that this person is essentially pursuing here. We do have the Temperance card to the Queen of Cups. So there's a huge possibility that what they're pursuing that's going to essentially make them happy at the end of the day is you and a reconciliation with you. But we're still going to look at the Nine of Cups nonetheless, okay? Tell me more about the Nine of Cups. Tell me more about the Nine of Cups. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. What this person's going to end up pursuing that's going to essentially make them happy at the end of the day is you and this relationship that they once upon a time had with you. Granted, they don't really know what to honestly anticipate and or expect. They don't know if you're going to be open and receptive towards rekindling things here with them or not, but they at least want to try. They just want to at least try to see, like, okay, like, let's just see what happens. Let's just see if, you know, Scorpio is going to be open and receptive towards working things out with me or not, okay? The bottom of the deck, this is just acting as a double confirmation that this person's coming back. Because at the end of the day, you are their happiness. Without you, this person does feel very, very incomplete, is what I'm gathering. So what's going to make them happy is fixing and repairing things here with you. This is like the epitome of like hoping for the best, but also kind of preparing themselves for the worst. Because at the end of the day, you get to decide what ends up happening next between the two of you. You get to decide if the two of you end up having a reconciliation or not, okay? Now, with that being said, okay, it looks like your mind is essentially made up here about this person and this entire situation here. So I do want to look a little bit more into your energy just to get a rough idea what's going on, but I am definitely getting that there's a decision that you're making about this person and this offer that they're extending in your direction as far as, like, you know, you guys rekindling things with one another is concerned. And I do see you making your mind up about how you want to essentially proceed forward. So let's look into that. Let's look into that. Tell me more about the King of Swords. Tell me more about the King of Swords. Okay. Interesting. Okay, fair enough. So, all right. Scorpio, it kind of looks like the moment you receive communication here from this person, you start kind of falling into like this mentality of, oh yeah, they're only back because they see how happy I am. They see how happy I am without them, and they just can't stand it. It's like you're looking at this person as somebody who's only back to cause you more pain and more suffering is what I'm gathering. And you're very determined to not allow that to happen. But see, here's the thing. I don't feel like they're coming back with those intentions. Like, I don't feel like they're coming back with the intentions of let me go back to hurt Scorpio some more. Let me go back to disappoint them some more. Let me go back to lie to them some more. Like it's not stemming from that place, although that's exactly what you think is kind of what I'm gathering, because that's what you think their intentions are, right? When it comes down to them resurfacing back up here for you, a lot of you just think that they're just back to lie to you some more, disappoint you some more, betray you some more, and deceive you some more. And a lot of you also feel like this person's back because they see how happy you are without them and they just can't stand it. I just feel like you look at this person as somebody who doesn't want to see you happy, as somebody who just wants to cause pain and suffering into your life. Like that's how you look at them, that's how you perceive them. And you feel like that is like 100% the case when it comes onto this person. Okay. So because of that, it kind of looks like you're very determined to walk away from this entire situation and never look back. Because a lot of you feel like if you open that door back up, they're just going to hurt you again. So what's the point? They're just going to disappoint, you know, like they're just going to lie to you again. They're just going to betray you again. They're just going to deceive you again. They're just going to bring a lot of misery and unhappiness into your life all over again. So what's the point? Like that's how you're looking at it. Like what's the point of me opening that door back up? Like I already know they're going to lie to me again. I already know that they're going to hurt me again. I already know. So no, thank you. I'm good. Okay. Let me take this real quick. What else do I want to take? Let me take this too. Let me take this. Let's see how this person's going to find themselves feeling about your response and your reaction. How is this person going to respond and react to Scorpio's response / reaction? Oh, man. It's like this person goes from feeling like I might still have a fighting chance to get my baby back to, I guess not. I guess not. Yeah, oh man, this rejection coming from you is going to be the only massive blow to the chest for this person. They feel very defeated too. Like they feel very defeated in this entire situation because they know why you're turning around and telling them like, absolutely not. Absolutely not. They know. They know why. And it's because, let's just be realistic here, they weren't really the best with you. So they know the reason behind why you're telling them like, absolutely not. You and I? Reconciliation? Oh no, that'll never happen. Like they know why you're saying that to them. And it's because of everything that they have essentially put you through, so much to the point where they feel defeated. Like they feel like they can't even really redeem themselves at this point. Like what can they really say at this point? What can they really do to convince you that they're not going to put you through X, Y, and Z, given everything that they put you through? You see what I mean? It's like they feel like there's nothing that they can say and or do at this point. So then there's that. Tell me more about the Devil to the Five of Cups. Okay. Tell me more about the Devil to the Five of Cups. And that's the thing too, is that this person can sense and feel how serious you actually are about being 100% done with them. Yeah, they feel like there's nothing that they can freaking say and or do to like get you back. Like, it's like they're being forced to do something they don't want to do, which is to move forward and move on with their life, especially without you in it. Like, that's not something that they want to do. But they feel like at this point, like, what other choice do I have? Like, they definitely don't want to be with me. They made that clear the day that they walked out of my life. And they're making it even more crystal clear to me that they don't want anything to do with me. So I guess I'll just move on with my life, you know? Like, it has that type of feel to it. Tell me more about the Eight of Wands. I just feel like this person never thought that this day would come. Okay. Despite the stuff that you guys have put each other through, and despite the stuff that they put you through, it, they just kind of thought that you would always turn around and choose them. No matter what. No matter what. What you guys put each other through, they just always thought that you would always turn around and choose them. No matter what. And it just kind of looks like this time around, you're not choosing them. You're choosing you. So I just don't think that this person thought that this, day would ever come, And then that's the thing too, which kind of makes sense as to why they think that way, because man, the amount of love that the King and the Queen of Cups have for one another is just beyond words. Beyond words. These are the type of people that, can find themselves going through hell and back with one another, but they'll always turn around and continue to love one another and choose one another. And it kind of looks like that's not happening anymore. Or at least on your end, it's not happening anymore. Like you're not turning around and choosing them anymore. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So, yeah. Then I just don't think that this person thought this. Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't know. I don't know. Like, it's just that the fact that you're not fighting for this anymore, the fact that you don't even want to try, like, they just never thought that this day would ever come, that you would just, I don't know, like, just give up on them. Now, the fact that the King of Cups is showing up in the upright, you did show up as the King of Cups twice, which makes sense why we got the King of Cups twice for you. This does represent scorpionic energy, regardless of your gender. Male, female doesn't matter. You know what I mean? So it makes sense why we keep getting the King of Cups for you and your energy. But I feel like you're choosing yourself because you perceive this person to be somebody who isn't good for you, and you have every right to feel the way that you feel. Okay. But just because you're choosing you doesn't mean that you don't love them anymore. It doesn't mean that you don't care about them anymore, because you definitely do. I just kind of feel like you don't want to continue to remain in a situation that makes you feel the way that this dynamic between you and this person made you feel. And I think that they're looking at you like you don't love them anymore. Like you don't care about them anymore. Like they don't matter to you anymore, but that's definitely not the case. They still matter to you. You still love them. You still care about them. Like that's probably never going to change. You know what I mean? But maybe this person will always have a special place in your heart, but you're not choosing them, because you don't love them anymore or care about them anymore. You're choosing not to choose them because of the way that this connection affects you in such a negative way, and all the bad that this connection brings into your life. That's why you're not choosing them, but it's not because you don't love them anymore or care about them anymore, because you definitely do. I don't know. It's a sad story for sure. It's a sad story because, man, when the King and the Queen of Cups, man, meet one another, these two, man, they tend to fall madly in love with one another. And I feel like that's exactly what happened. When you met this one over here, you instantly fell for them and they instantly fell for you. I think that, you put up with a lot of stuff that you couldn't even imagine, putting up with when it came down to this person, but you did it. Vice versa, you know what I mean? Because, that's what love does sometimes, right? But I feel like when it came down to the stuff that you were kind of like enduring and or tolerating from this person, yeah, you did it because you had a lot of love for them, but it kind of got to that point where you're just like, all right, you know what? Wait a second. Like, I don't deserve this. I don't deserve to go through this. I do not deserve to go through that. You know what I mean? And that's when you made the choice to choose you. over them and your marriage with them or your relationship with them. You felt forced because of everything that you're going through. It started to kind of like feel for you like being with them is like the equivalent of disrespecting yourself. And I don't think that you like that at all, you know? So, I mean, it looks like it's over. Yeah, it just kind of looks like it's over between the two of you, which is sad. I mean, considering the fact that you guys are showing up as a king and the queen of cups, but it does look like it's over, and it does look like you are 100% done with them. This is definitely going to be a massive blow to the chest for sure, because the day that this person, you know, lost you, the day that you walked out of their life, it completely broke their heart and devastated them. So to resurface back up here for you, and then you turn around and tell this person, you and I will never, ever get back together. So I suggest you move on with your life. You know, you may not say it like that. You might say it another way, but I mean, come on. You know, it's going to be a blow for sure to the chest. Like this entire situation is going to feel 10 times worse than how they felt when you walked out of their life. You know what I mean? Because you always turn around and choose them. Always. You always turn around and choose them. You always turn around and, you know, forgive them. You always turn around and give them another chance and another chance and another chance. So the fact that you're not doing that, it's going to hurt, man. It's going to hurt, okay? It's going to hurt like hell is what I'm getting. But yeah. I mean, it is your life. It is your life, you know. So then there's that. But that is what I have for you. Hopefully the reading helped. Hopefully it resonated. And I will see you guys in your next reading. Bye.